The width of a goalpost. That's what the 2025 Rugby Championship came down to. With 3 minutes left at Twickenham, Santiago Carreras lined up a kick that could have brought Argentina within striking distance of a monumental upset. It hit the upright, and with that agonizing miss, the Springboks secured history. For the first time ever, South Africa are back-to-back Rugby Championship winners. This 29-27 thriller was a war. A brave, brilliant Argentina threw everything at the Boks, but the green and gold machine found a way. We're breaking down the chaos, the power, the heartbreak, and why this tournament proves the Southern Hemisphere is coming for the world. Welcome back to Rugby from the Stands for the final time in the Rugby Championship 2025. What a finale! South Africa 29, Argentina 27. History has been made at Twickenham. The Springboks have achieved something they've never done before, winning back-to-back Rugby Championship titles, and they did it the hard way. This match was a spectacular advertisement for the game. It was tense. It swung back and forth, and it was packed with drama right until the final whistle. We have to give massive credit to Los Pumas. They were outstanding. They attacked with flair, defended with passion, and genuinely had the Springboks rattled for long periods. This was a very, very brave performance. But the Springboks, as they always do, found the gear when it mattered most. Led by the brilliance of Cobus Reinach and the raw power of Marx, who both scored 2 tries, they absorbed the pressure and capitalized on key moments. Let's dive into how this thriller unfolded. If the Springboks thought this was going to be a coronation, they were wrong within 120 seconds. The game exploded immediately. Keenan Moody is shown a yellow card just 2 minutes in. Suddenly, the Boks are down a man against a fired-up Pumas side. Argentina wasted no time. In the 4th minute, Bautista Delguy pushes through 2 defenders on the outside to score the opener, 7-0 for Argentina. The Boks looked rattled. Their discipline was poor early on. Sasha Feinberg Ngomezulu settled nerves slightly with a penalty, making it 7-3. But Argentina kept the pressure on. They were winning the collisions and playing with tempo. Santiago Carreras added 2 more penalties. Suddenly, it's 13-3 to Argentina in the 26th minute. The Boks were struggling to get their power game going. But as we've seen time and time again, they need a foothold. In the final few minutes of the half, they forced multiple scrums at the Argentina 5-meter line. And in the 38th minute, they broke through. Cobus Reinach, sharp as ever, scores directly off the scrum. Halftime score, Argentina 13, South Africa 10. The Boks were back in it, but Argentina had dominated the half. The 20 minutes after halftime, the championship quarter, is where the Springboks won the title. They came out of the tunnel focused, powerful, and ruthless. The momentum shifted almost immediately. In the 43rd minute, Argentina's Meiko Vivas is shown a yellow card for an upright tackle on Eben Etzebeth. And speaking of Etzebeth, what a warrior! There was a shot of him early in the second half, bloodied, battered, but completely unfazed. That's the Springbok mentality. With the man advantage, the Boks went straight to their superpower, the maul machine. Just 1 minute later, Marx crashes over from a rolling maul. It is simply unstoppable. The Springboks take the lead for the first time, 15-13. They didn't stop there. They tightened the screws. In the 52nd minute, Cobus Reinach gets his second try of the day, 22-13. And then, the decisive blow, 57th minute. Who else but Marx? Another dominant display of forward power. 29-13 to the Springboks. In a devastating 14-minute burst, the Springboks scored 19 unanswered points. That is the mark of champions. They identified the opportunity, applied the pressure, and executed clinically. With the score at 29-13, it looked like the game was over. But Los Pumas refused to lie down. In the 65th minute, Bautista Delguy scores a brilliant solo try, his second of the match. 29-20, a 9-point game within 15 minutes to go. The tension at Twickenham was palpable. Argentina started dominating possession. In the last 10 minutes, they had a staggering 71% of the ball. And then, the moment that will haunt Argentina. The 77th minute, Argentina wins a penalty. Santiago Carrera steps in. If he kicks this, it's a 6-point game with 3 minutes to play. A converted try wins it for Argentina. He strikes it, and it bounces off the upright. Agonizing. Absolutely agonizing for Los Pumas. That was the Rugby Championship right there. The finest of margins. Argentina needed 2 scores, and there wasn't enough time. Argentina, showing incredible heart, still managed to score one last try in the 80th minute. A beautiful cross kick from Carreras found Rodrigo Isgro, but it was too late. The Springboks had a sufficient lead. Final score 29-27. A thriller to the very end. When you look at the stats, you might wonder how the Springboks actually won this game. Argentina was superior in many key areas of open play. Let's look at the attack. Argentina had 52% possession. They made more carries. They had more line breaks, 7 to South Africa's 5. And the post-contact meters are staggering. Argentina made 304 meters after contact compared to the Boks' 250 meters. Los Pumas were consistently generating front foot ball. So how did the Springboks win? They dominated the areas where they are strongest. First, the hidden stat that explains everything. Dominant tackles. South Africa made 17 dominant tackles compared to Argentina's 5. That is a massive disparity. Even though Argentina was making meters, the Boks was stopping momentum at crucial times with sheer force. Second, the set piece. The Springboks scrum was dominant. They won 86% of their own ball compared to 71% for Argentina. That provided the platform. And we all saw the devastation of the maul. This game was the perfect illustration of the Springbok philosophy. You don't need to win every stat. You just need to impose your game plan and dominate the key areas of power and pressure. Let's zoom out and look at the tournament as a whole. This has arguably been the best rugby championship we have seen in a very long time. It was incredibly competitive. Remember the opening week when the Boks lost to Australia? This wasn't a cakewalk. New Zealand was brilliant at times. Australia showed real glimpses of their potential, and Argentina proved they can challenge anyone. For South Africa to navigate this tournament and come out on top, securing back-to-back titles for the first time, is a monumental achievement. And what does this mean for the rest of the rugby world? I'll tell you what it means. Northern Hemisphere teams, watch out in November. The Southern Hemisphere is coming after you. The intensity, the physicality, and the skill level we've witnessed in this rugby championship have been world class. The Springboks are heading to Europe as champions. The All Blacks finished strong. The November internationals are going to be epic. That wraps up our coverage of the Rugby Championship 2025. Thank you so much for joining me on Rugby from the Stands. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the final and what are your predictions for November. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be back for the November internationals. See you then.